He says 9 points Hyland. The Bones Hyland story is getting really crazy. 3 years ago, this guy was playing amazing as a new player in Denver. He looked like a young superstar with cool moves, great shooting skills, and he could help his teammates score too. He was picked 26th in 2021, and Denver fans were super excited about him. He scored 10 points coming off the bench and did street basketball tricks against other teams. Then boom, he got traded to the Clippers in his second year and everything went downhill from there. For some reason, Coach Ty Lue didn't like him much. Bones barely got to play because he was stuck behind James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. Even though Lue said he was doing well early in the 2023-24 season, he still didn't get much playing time. Why wasn't he getting a chance? It's confusing. And things got even worse when the Clippers traded him to Atlanta for Bogdan Bogdanovic. But then the Hawks just let him go right away. Now he's got a two-way contract with the Timberwolves, trying to show everyone he's still good at basketball. Not many people can come back from such a crazy up and down story. But the real question is, why did this even happen? Bones Hyland came into the NBA, making a big difference right away. He was drafted from VCU in 2021, where he was the best player in his conference and scored 20 points per game. He went to Denver as a creative and brave guard they really needed. His first year was exciting, and he scored 10 points, got 3 rebounds, and had 3 assists in 19 minutes of playing time. Fans loved his energy and how he came off the bench to give the team a spark. He made 3 shots in a row from far away in Game 4 against the Warriors in the 2022 playoffs to help Denver stay alive. He had those cool street basketball moves, was quick when he started running, and had a jump shot that was hard to stop. Bones got energy from the crowd and would even shoot from really far away just to get everyone excited. Basketball experts thought he could be a really good player coming off the bench, maybe even better. As Bones became more famous in the league. Reporters dug deeper into his past and found some amazing stories. Back in 2018, when he still lived in Wilmington, Delaware, he had to jump from a house that was on fire and hurt his knee really badly trying to escape. The fire sadly killed his grandma and cousin. Doctors said he might never play basketball again, but he did way more than that. He made VCU his stage and made it to the NBA. In Denver. He was living that comeback story as the first kid from Delaware to get drafted since Joey Graham in 2005. This by itself was incredible and something to celebrate. But the NBA is the toughest league in the world, and slowly people started to see problems with his game. His defense was really bad, and his second year it became very clear. The Nuggets were 15 points worse when he played. But he still wanted more playing time and got into arguments with the team about sharing minutes with Michael Porter Jr. He asked to be traded in the middle of the season. He got what he wanted. And on February 9th, 2023, Hyland was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers in a big trade with 4 teams, including the Lakers and Magic. He could have been a fan favorite in Denver, but it didn't last long. So what went wrong with the Clippers? Well, Bones joined them in 2023, and it was like he hit a wall. This is a guy who started that 23-24 season playing great, scoring 16.3 points and making 44% of his far shots in the first 4 games, helping the Clippers win 3 out of 4 games. Coach Ty Lue even said good things about him, saying he was playing great. Then everything went terribly wrong for the young guard. The Clippers got James Harden in a trade, and Bones' playing time disappeared. He went down to 30 minutes per game for the season, scoring only 6 points while making 38% of his shots and 31% from far away, the worst numbers of his career. In February 2024, he didn't play even 1 game. All this time, Coach Tyronn Lue kept telling him, "Stay ready, your chance is coming." Spoiler alert, it didn't come, but why did his career just fall apart? The simple answer is his defense was too bad. At the time, Bones was hurting the team, and the Clippers were 12 points worse when he played. See the pattern here? His offense didn't help either. What used to be the best part of his game and what made fans in Denver love him just disappeared. His shooting got worse, his confidence went down, and he wasn't making any good plays. Teammates, like Terrence Mann, kept their spots while Bones sat on the bench. The Clippers were trying really hard to win a championship with Harden, Kawhi, Paul George, and Russell, all older players with fancy awards. Bones at 23 didn't fit with that older group that Lou was using. By November 2023, they were winning 16 out of 20 games. And just like people thought would happen, Bones got traded again. This time to Atlanta for the Bogdanovic deal. Great. Fresh new start, time to reset and figure things out, right? Wrong. He got cut the next day. This was a really rude wake-up call. Getting traded away would be hard enough to handle, but getting cut by the team that just got you is like the Hawks, saying, "I'm just here so I don't get in trouble." The Clippers didn't want him long-term, and the Hawks didn't want him at all. That's tough for a guy who was picked in the first round just 3 years ago. That's like getting punched in the stomach. The Hawks had Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, until Murray got traded, plus a bunch of other guards. And Bones wasn't going to beat any of them for playing time, but cutting him so fast? That's mean, and it shows how little other teams thought he was worth as a player. Bones went from being a Denver fan favorite to sitting on the Clippers bench to having no job, all in 2 years. It's not all his fault, though. The Clippers stopped his growth, and Atlanta didn't even want to try. Now at 24, everything looked hopeless for struggling Bones Hyland. But maybe someone just threw him a rope to grab onto. Bones signed a 2-way deal with Minnesota in March of 2025. It's not big news, but it's interesting for anyone following his story. He's still way down on the list of players the Timberwolves will use, but starting from the bottom is better than starting from nowhere. Tim Connolly, the guy who drafted him in Denver, knows his game really well. And looking at the big picture, the Minnesota Timberwolves are making their team better for the final part of the season. Bones isn't promised any playing time. 2-way guys split their time between the NBA and the minor league, but if he plays, well, he's got a chance to move up. What does he bring to the team, though? Well, he can score points, create plays, get buckets by himself, and that far jump shot that can really get a crowd excited. Hyland can help Minnesota's guard rotation as someone who can score when he has the ball and when he's playing by himself. When he gets the chance, he can make jump shots while dribbling if any Timberwolves players get hurt. Having someone who can score like he does is always helpful. While he will never be known as a great defender, he is good at stealing the ball and making defensive plays. Minnesota made a smart choice. Even if he doesn't get much playing time right away, he just needs to buy into what the team is doing and be more patient than he was in Denver in such a short time. Bones has moved around a lot. Denver's first-round prospect, Ellie's forgotten. Player, Atlanta's trash, and now maybe Minnesota's comeback story. Talent like his shouldn't be bouncing around like this, but the NBA has a reputation for being brutal. Minnesota is his last chance to prove the doubters wrong. Is he a future sixth man or just a forgotten player holding on to the last pieces of his career? If you like keeping up with basketball's young stars, then you will love what we have in store for you. Join us next time as we look at another up-and-coming NBA wonder kid.